Hi, welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil, and I practice every day and share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. Join me today. We are 20 days
28.
out to throwing, and I wanted to go over my fingers because I'm noticing when I'm throwing lately that one is higher than the other. And I have tons of videos over the last 100 or so that goes over why I'm doing it. So why am I not watching my own videos on what is going on with that? So tweaking is what we're doing right now. We're getting 28 days till we're going to a casino. And I have to rely, my craps crew is relying on me to be at my best game. I don't want to let them down. So I have to get back to tweaking these little things in 28 days. So it's 4:30 in the morning. It's a gloomy, horrible, cold day. I am here trying my best to practice through. I've done a whole set of practice right now, and as I'm talking to you, I want to make sure I'm getting everything down because, when I'm talking to you guys on this videos, I'm realizing that it's helping me with my nerves because I'm talking to you as I'm throwing. And I'm looking back at these videos and realizing, am I doing everything I'm supposed to be doing in order to throw the new throw the proper way? And I'm realizing that these one dice are going higher or lower, and I'm adapting and I'm adjusting. But with 28 days to go, it's just a matter of tweaking. I can't be making any major muscle changes or definitely any moves. I got to rely on this throw and be able to get that 1 or 2% difference from the casino in order to get profitable. And the way we're going down in a team effort this year, I'm very excited about. I want to make sure I don't let my guys down. So with my fingers, we're getting back to, once again, every day, making sure when I first start that I'm grabbing the dice the same way each time, right? I'm using my gripper to make sure that the back end of this is even. What I'm noticing is it's not. When I'm grabbing these and putting like this and look up, I'm seeing an angle on my, constantly seeing an angle. And I have to make sure that when I'm gripping these dice, that they're coming in and they're sitting nice, right? So when I go down like this finger has been constantly off. The, the ring finger has been constantly off on my throws. So this is all about muscle memory and practice, right? I've been not lining my fingers up the way I want to, and I have to make sure that they're going right. So what do I do about that? That goes back to, if I'm screwing it up, I like to draw on my fingers. I want to make sure that each and every day that I'm lining these dice up the exact same way. And if I draw on them and paint my centers of the dice each and every time, then I can see if I'm lined up or not. Now, I may not be able to have these at the casino, right? Because, that's weird. But what I'm trying to do is, if I can line these dice up with these fingers each and every time that I go, right? If I line them up and then I grip it the same way each time, and I have this set, then what that'll do for me is I can see if this is off. So then, if I can constantly practice that, and I grip the dice right where I need it to be, and I come in, then I know that it's not my fingers that are unaligned, it is something else with my throw. It's either, I'm either twisting my wrist one way or another, my muscles, I shouldn't be using my wrist, I should just use my major muscles. But this will be able to get me to see, that's because it was, that's another thing too. A lot of times your hands get sweaty in between things. So let's make sure your hands aren't sweaty so they don't get sticky when you're throwing. I find that a lot more stickiness when I'm practicing than at the casino, because the casino dice are usually brand new. They're swiping them along like this. They're bringing them right back to you, and you're not handling them long enough for them to get oily. So it's usually just a practice thing. So don't stress out about that. But if you are noticing that one's going higher than the other, and your fingers are a little sweaty like mine, there's a couple things you can do. I like to put a couple Altoids in my pocket. Altoids are fantastic for getting the sweat off. And that's another thing you want to get out of your brain, is thinking about stickiness. You just want to get back to the basics. So if I'm gripping these correctly, and I've marked this down each time, in the morning when I come in, I'm at my 45-degree angle like I talked about yesterday. I'm grabbing the dice from here, and I'm coming in like this. And with my live practice the last time, I was very happy with it. I'm happier and happier with my casino crew, the dealers. The last time I was at there, I had a bet. I have the bets here, right, and a come bet here, and probably some odds. Say I have some odds behind the line right here, right? And remember, these chips aren't here. This is all sitting here. So when he usually sees a come bet up here like this, and this is hard for him to come in like this, he's been putting them over here. And the reason he's been doing that is because if he leaves them up here for me, I grab them and I move them down here like this, and then I just wipe my arm really quickly like this so that they're down here. And after I do that once or twice, this dealer, well, most dealers will do that. They'll bring them down to here for you because they'll see that that's where I'm landing. Now, they're not setting me to 3-3. I'd love that, but at least they're bringing them down like this. And I like that I can come down here. There's two reasons I do it down here now instead of up here. One, I'm trying to relax my arms. Two, I can see where I want this finger to be. I want this finger to be right at the edge of this 3 at the top. So I can see it much better than I can up here because my arm is blocking, right? But if I come down here to put it, and I go to grip the dice with my fingers like this, I can literally see where I'm placing it. That makes me go faster on the throw, which they love. They want me to go throw faster. So my last live casino, the dude was dropping them right here for me. And so I just step back, breathe, come up, and then now I'm able to see where to place my fingers really quickly. So look, this is my grip now. I have a nice little circle. My fingers are aligned, and I'm thinking that that's a nice way to come in on this. So I'm actually really happy with the way the dice are coming in like this. And my dice are coming in and laying nice. I can see my marks are landing right where I want them to be. So just a little tweak like that is the things you need to do when you're 28 days out and you want to make sure that you're successful. One of the most important things when these dice are in the air here, if they're going one up, one lower, one forward, one back, those are all fingers. Those are all pressures and fingers. So I just want to make sure my grip is right. So if those dice are off in the air, like they aren't there, but if they're off in the air, I want to know why. And if I can eliminate one thing, that these are aligned here, I'm gripping it the exact same way, then I'll tweak something else while I'm on the casino floor to make it happen. So my last casino story, I talked about how a couple was coming in here and the casino dealers were super nice to them. And I'm like, oh yes, we're starting this process. I'm not saying anybody's watching my videos, but I really thought that the gentleman was really nice. But I have to compliment the stick guy the other day, because the stick guy not only was bringing these dice in for me now, nice, but he was one of the funniest guys. He had all these expressions and he was just talking constantly. He had an expression for every number that was thrown. He's like, throw a Larry Bird, which I loved because, huge Celtics fan. So throw a 33. He was expressive. He was fun. I had a ball. I wish he had stayed there all day. They're only there for like 20 minutes. But I'm telling you, when he was on that stick, it was fun. It was fun to play. He was smart and he knew all the payouts. He was condescending and sarcastic and fun all at the same time. So I really enjoyed playing with him. I've never seen him before, and I would love to be on the table with him again if I see him, because when he went and left, I actually went up to him and I said, "Hey, that was an awesome time. You were really fun." And I think if you see some casino players, I know tipping is awesome and that's going to make them money. But if you can just give them a compliment here and there, that's going to keep them going for a couple more rounds. So I really like that live casino experience, and I hope that this guy is contagious and makes all the dealers go great. I know not everybody's going to have that, but that's okay. So join me on day 27 before we go to the casino as a team. I'm very looking forward to helping out my craps crew make some money, but I know that if I get this fingers down, I know I can throw for a long, long time.